Welcome to Cuba, a land of vibrant colors, irresistible rhythms, and stories that span centuries. From the sun-drenched streets of Havana to the hidden alleys of Camagüey, from the colonial elegance of Cienfuegos to the revolutionary spirit of Santa Clara, this island is a living museum of culture, history, and life itself. Every corner tells a story, every melody carries a memory, and every vista invites you to experience Cuba like never before. Join us as we explore the wonders of this Caribbean gem, uncovering its beauty, its people, and the moments that make Cuba truly unforgettable. Imagine stepping into a city where every corner tells a story, where streets seem frozen in time yet vibrate with life, and where the air itself hums with music and energy. Welcome to Havana, Cuba's iconic capital, a city where pastel-colored buildings, classic American cars, and the echoes of history create a scene unlike anywhere else on Earth. From the moment you arrive, Havana overwhelms the senses. The sight of weathered colonial architecture, the sound of salsa spilling from open doors, the scent of fresh coffee mixed with ocean air, and the vibrant pulse of its people moving through plazas and along the famous Malecón. This city doesn't just welcome you, it immerses you, making you a part of its story, its history, and its rhythm. Havana's charm is both grand and intimate. Walking through the streets of Old Havana, you encounter a city where centuries of Spanish colonial influence blend to distant shores. Every mile traveled feels like crossing into a new realm, each one demanding attention, respect, and awe. Ecuador does not slowly reveal itself. It surrounds you, challenges your senses, and pulls you into its rhythm from the very first moment. The air itself feels different here. In the high Andes, it grows thin and crisp, carrying the quiet strength of towering peaks that have watched civilizations rise and fall. These mountains are not passive landscapes. They dominate the skyline, influence culture, and shape daily life. Indigenous communities have lived among these giants for centuries, adapting to altitude, seasons, and the powerful presence of the earth beneath their feet. Stone paths, terraced fields, and ancient traditions still echo through the valleys, reminding visitors that history in Ecuador is not locked in museums. It lives, breathes, and continues forward. Travel east, and the land transforms completely. The Andes fall away into the Amazon basin, where rivers twist like veins through endless green. This rainforest is not quiet. It hums, pulses, and whispers with movement. Leaves drip with moisture, insects vibrate through the air, and unseen creatures watch from the shadows. Life here exists in layers, stacked from forest floor to canopy, each dependent on the other. The Amazon is not simply wilderness. It is intelligence, balance, and survival perfected over millions of years. To the west, the land opens to the Pacific Ocean. Waves roll in with steady force, shaping fishing villages, beaches, and coastal traditions. The sea feeds communities, dictates rhythms, and reflects skies painted with fire at sunset. Offshore currents bring nutrients from the deep, creating ecosystems rich with life and movement. Along the coast, Ecuador's energy softens. Time slows, conversations linger, and the horizon stretches endlessly forward. And far beyond the mainland, scattered like ancient secrets across the ocean, lie the Galapagos Islands. Isolated, volcanic, and almost unreal, these islands changed how humanity understands life itself. Here, animals evolved without fear, landscapes formed untouched by time, and nature wrote its own rules. The Galapagos are not simply visited. They are experienced in silence, in observation, and in deep respect for the fragility of what still remains. Yet Ecuador's greatest power is not only its landscapes, it is the way people live within them. Markets burst with color and sound, hands weaving textiles passed down through generations. Food reflects geography, climate, and culture, blending ingredients from mountains, forests, and sea. Music carries stories, celebrations mark the passing of time, and traditions persist despite the modern world pressing ever closer. Ecuador is not frozen in the past. It moves forward while carrying its roots with pride. Every road here leads to transformation. A single day can take you from icy peaks to tropical heat, from ancient stone to modern street through open-air squares. Music here is not merely entertainment. It is a way of life, a language, and a vessel of memory, connecting generations and communities across time. Cuban cuisine further enhances Havana's charm. Street vendors offer freshly roasted coffee, tropical fruits, and sweet pastries, while local restaurants serve classic dishes like ropa vieja, arroz con pollo, and fresh seafood caught from nearby waters. The aroma of freshly baked bread, fried plantains, and simmering spices floats through narrow streets, drawing locals and visitors together in shared appreciation of simple, flavorful meals. Dining becomes not just nourishment, but a cultural experience, a way to connect with the city's heritage through taste and tradition. Despite the challenges Havana has faced over decades, its energy remains undiminished. The city thrives on creativity, community, and resilience. Its people find joy in everyday life, celebrate their culture with pride, and welcome visitors with warmth and curiosity. Every corner reveals a story, every street hums with life, and every plaza offers a new perspective. Havana is not merely a city to observe, it is a city to feel, to experience, and to understand through its music, history, architecture, and spirit. As day turns to night, Havana transforms once more. The streets glow with golden lights, the music swells from open doors, and the city takes on an intimate, almost magical aura. Couples dance in squares, families gather along sidewalks, and the ocean laps quietly against the Malecón, carrying the sounds of life out to sea. Havana's charm is eternal, timeless, and impossible to forget. It is a city that invites you not just to witness its beauty, but to become a part of it, leaving with memories that linger long after you've departed its vibrant streets. From its historic architecture to its lively music, from the timeless elegance of its plazas to the bustling energy of its Malecón, Havana is a city that defines Cuba itself. It is a place of contrasts, a city where the past and present coexist in harmony, and a destination that leaves every visitor enchanted. Havana's streets tell stories of resilience, joy, and creativity, a living testament to Cuba's enduring spirit and the magic that makes this island nation one of the world's most remarkable travel destinations. Step deeper into the heart of Havana, where time seems to fold upon itself, and every building, alley, and plaza tells a story centuries in the making. This is Old Havana, a UNESCO World Heritage Site that captures the essence of Cuba's colonial past while pulsing with modern life. From the moment you walk through its narrow cobblestone streets, the city envelops you in a tapestry of color, history, and culture, offering glimpses of the lives that have shaped it and the rhythms that continue to define it today. Old Havana is divided into 5 main squares: Plaza de la Catedral, Plaza Vieja, Plaza de Armas, Plaza San Francisco, and Plaza del Cristo, each with its own identity, history, and character. These plazas are not mere open spaces. They are living stages where architecture, art, commerce, and community converge. In Plaza de la Catedral, the grandeur of the Havana Cathedral rises against the sky, its Baroque facade a masterpiece of colonial craftsmanship. The square is surrounded by brightly painted buildings, their walls telling stories of centuries past, while the energy of street performers, artists, and cafe goers keeps the scene vibrant and alive. Plaza Vieja offers a striking contrast, a square rebuilt from centuries of use. Its eclectic architecture, combining Baroque, neoclassical, and Art Nouveau influences. Cafes spill onto the cobblestones, musicians fill the air with melodies, and locals move with ease through the square's historic arches. Here, history and contemporary life coexist seamlessly. The square reflects Havana's resilience, a city that preserves its past while welcoming innovation and creativity in its streets, markets, and galleries. Plaza de Armas, the oldest square in the city, offers another layer of Havana's story. Once the site of colonial power and military planning, it is now a bustling cultural hub where bookstalls, artisans, and local residents gather daily. The shade of centuries-old trees provides respite from the tropical sun, while vendors offer handcrafted goods and local treasures. Exploring the square is a lesson in the layers of Havana's history. From Spanish conquest to Cuban independence, from revolutionary movements to the present day, each stone seems to whisper stories of a city shaped by determination, conflict, and creativity. The streets of Old Havana themselves are a museum without walls. Walking through alleys and thoroughfares, You notice the intricate ironwork on balconies, the faded murals that decorate walls, and the carefully restored doorways that speak to a commitment to preserving history. Every corner reveals contrasts. Weathered buildings beside renovated ones, quiet courtyards hiding behind bustling streets, and centuries-old churches that still host services. The city's architecture reflects resilience, adaptability, and the blending of European influences with Caribbean life, creating a visual narrative unique to Havana. Art is everywhere in Old Havana. Small galleries and studios open onto the streets, displaying works inspired by Cuban life, culture, and nature. Murals depict historical events, local legends, and vibrant abstractions, bringing color and story to the urban landscape. Musicians perform outside cafes and plazas, and the rhythms of sun, rumba, and salsa fill the air, creating an immersive soundtrack to the city's beauty. Art, music, and culture are not confined to formal spaces. They exist in the streets, in the movement of people, and in the stories shared across generations. Food is another essential layer of Havana's cultural fabric. In Old Havana, street vendors offer fresh coffee, pastries, tropical fruits, and local snacks, while restaurants serve classic Cuban dishes, each prepared with care and rooted in tradition. The aroma of roasted coffee beans, fried plantains, and simmering spices fills the air, blending with the city's music and conversation. Dining here is not just about nourishment, it is an experience, a way to taste history, connect with locals, and understand the rhythms of everyday Cuban life. Old Havana's museums and historic sites deepen the understanding of Cuba's past. The Museo de la Ciudad and the Palacio de los Capitanes Generales reveal the evolution of Havana from a colonial port to a vibrant modern city. Fortresses like Castillo de la Real Fuerza and Castillo del Morro speak of defense, trade, and the strategic importance of Havana throughout centuries. Each museum, building, and fort provides context for the streets you walk, the plazas you visit, and the rhythms of life you witness. History is not static here. It is alive, accessible, and interwoven with daily life. Street life in Old Havana is a celebration of community and culture. Children play in courtyards, couples stroll along cobblestones, and neighbors gather on balconies to chat as music floats from below. Festivals, parades, and impromptu performances turn streets into stages, blending past and present in ways that are both organic and captivating. Life in Old Havana is immersive. It's a city to wander, to observe, and to experience fully, where every sound, sight, and scent contributes to an unforgettable journey. As the sun sets over Old Havana, the city transforms yet again. Shadows lengthen across plazas, neon lights flicker on, and music rises from cafes, streets, and squares. The city's past and present coexist seamlessly, revealing Havana's timeless charm. From the grandeur of colonial architecture to the intimacy of cobblestone alleys, from historic plazas to bustling street life, Old Havana captures the essence of Cuba itself, a place of resilience, culture, and boundless energy. Walking through Old Havana, it becomes clear that this city is a living, breathing story. Every corner reflects a chapter in Cuba's past. Every street hums with the rhythm of its people, and every plaza reveals the convergence of history, art, and community. Havana is a city to feel as much as to see, a place where culture is lived and history is experienced firsthand. It is a city that invites exploration, rewards curiosity, and leaves a lasting impression that continues long after the streets fade from view. Step into Trinidad, a city where history is not just preserved, it is alive, breathing through cobblestone streets, pastel-colored buildings, and lively plazas. Nestled in the heart of central Cuba, Trinidad is often described as a place where time stands still, yet its streets pulse with energy, music, and culture. Walking through this UNESCO World Heritage Site is like entering a living museum where every corner, alley, and balcony tells a story of centuries past, colonial grandeur, and Cuban creativity. From the moment you set foot in Trinidad, the city's charm overwhelms the senses. The rhythmic clatter of horse-drawn carriages, the aroma of freshly baked bread and roasted coffee, and the sounds of local musicians filling the air with sun, salsa, and rumba At the center of the city lies the Plaza Mayor, Trinidad's iconic heart. Surrounded by colonial buildings, painted in shades of pink, yellow, and turquoise, the plaza is a hub of cultural life. Cafes and restaurants spill onto the cobblestones, where locals and tourists alike gather to enjoy coffee, pastries, and conversation. Musicians perform traditional Cuban melodies, their rhythms echoing against the facades of centuries-old houses. Horse-drawn carriages traverse the plaza, offering tours that reveal hidden alleys, ornate churches, and hidden courtyards. The Plaza Mayor is not just a square. It is the soul of Trinidad, a place where the past and present meet in harmony. Trinidad's architecture is a visual feast, reflecting Spanish colonial influence and Caribbean adaptation. Baroque churches, such as the Iglesia Parroquial de la Santísima Trinidad, dominate the skyline, their bell towers visible from miles away. These structures, with intricate facades and centuries-old stonework, are living reminders of the city's colonial past. Residential buildings display ornate ironwork, carved wooden doors, and balconies overflowing with tropical plants. Even simple streets become canvases of color and texture, with each building telling a story of resilience, artistry, and adaptation over hundreds of years. Beyond the Plaza Mayor, winding streets invite exploration. Cobblestone alleyways twist and turn, revealing hidden courtyards, artisan workshops, and quiet spaces where locals gather. Small shops sell hand-woven textiles, carved woodwork, and handcrafted souvenirs, each piece representing the island's rich cultural heritage. Galleries and museums showcase Cuban art, photography, and historical artifacts, allowing visitors to experience Trinidad's story from multiple perspectives. In every corner, the city encourages curiosity, rewarding those who wander with discoveries that feel both personal and timeless. Trinidad's connection to history extends beyond its streets into the surrounding Valle de los Ingenios, or Valley of the Sugar Mills. Just a short journey from the city center, this valley tells the story of Cuba's sugar industry, a vital part of the island's economy and colonial legacy. Towering sugar mills, some partially restored, and others standing as ruins, dot the landscape alongside rolling fields and shaded pathways. Here, visitors can witness the ingenuity and labor that sustained centuries of Cuban society, from the cultivation of sugarcane to the intricate machinery that processed it. The valley is not only a historical site, it is a testament to human endurance, adaptation, and the complex legacy of Cuba's colonial past. The natural surroundings of Trinidad further enhance its allure. Rolling hills, lush vegetation, and nearby rivers provide contrast to the city's structured streets, offering opportunities for hiking, horseback riding, and exploration. The Topes de Calantes Nature Reserve lies just a short drive away, where waterfalls, tropical flora, and panoramic vistas reward adventurous travelers. The combination of cultural richness within the city and natural beauty nearby makes Trinidad a unique destination, offering both historical immersion and ecological wonder. Music and dance define life in Trinidad, infusing every plaza, cafe, and street with rhythm and energy. Local bands perform traditional Cuban sun, while dancers demonstrate rumba and salsa in open-air squares. These performances are spontaneous and authentic, reflecting the community's connection to their heritage and the joy of everyday life. Even passing through a small alley, one might hear the soft strum of a guitar, the pulse of congas, or the call and response singing of local artists. Music in Trinidad is not staged. It is woven into the fabric of daily existence, a living expression of culture and identity. The city's cuisine further complements the experience. Traditional Cuban dishes, such as ropa vieja, fresh seafood, and tropical fruits are served in small, family-run restaurants and street-side cafes. The aroma of cooking spills into the streets, mingling with the scents of flowers, sea breeze, and aged stone. Meals become communal experiences, inviting conversation, storytelling, and connection with locals who share not just food, but culture and history. In Trinidad, dining is as much about atmosphere and heritage as it is about taste. As the sun sets over Trinidad, the city transforms. Shadows lengthen across cobblestone streets. Lanterns and streetlights flicker on, and music swells from open windows and plazas. Horse-drawn carriages continue their leisurely tours, while residents and visitors alike gather to watch the day fade into night. The colors of the colonial buildings deepen in the golden light, and the rhythmic pulse of Cuban music seems to echo through every alley. Trinidad's magic lies in these moments, where time feels both eternal and fleeting, and the city's character comes alive with unparalleled intimacy. Trinidad is a city where history, culture, and natural beauty converge in perfect harmony. Its streets, plazas, and surrounding landscapes tell stories of colonial grandeur, resilience, and human creativity. From the bustling Plaza Mayor to the quiet alleys, from the historic sugar mills to the nearby verdant hills, Trinidad is a place to explore, feel, and remember. It is a city frozen in time yet vibrant with life, a destination that leaves visitors enchanted, inspired, and longing to return. Imagine a place where the turquoise waters of the Caribbean meet stretches of powdery white sand, where the gentle sway of palm trees blends with the rhythm of rolling waves, and where the sun seems to linger just to illuminate paradise. Welcome to Varadero, Cuba's crown jewel of coastal beauty, a destination that captures the essence of Caribbean charm while offering both adventure and serenity. From the moment you step onto its endless beaches, Varadero invites you to slow down, breathe deeply, and immerse yourself in the natural splendor of one of the most beautiful coastlines in the world. Varadero stretches over 20 kilometers, offering a perfect blend of soft sand, clear waters, and endless horizons. Walking along the shoreline, the sensation is almost dreamlike. The sand is warm beneath your feet, the gentle waves lap at the shore, and the sunlight reflects off the water in dazzling shades of blue and green. Here, nature is the main attraction, yet the city also provides opportunities for leisure, sport, and cultural experiences that enhance the coastal wonder. From snorkeling and scuba diving among vibrant coral reefs to sailing and kayaking along calm inlets, the waters of Varadero are alive with activity and breathtaking sights. Beneath the surface, the Caribbean Sea reveals an underwater world teeming with life. Snorkelers and divers are treated to colorful coral gardens, schools of tropical fish, and the occasional glimpse of rays and small sharks. The interplay of light and water creates a magical environment where every movement and shimmer of color feels like a glimpse into another world. For those seeking adventure, the reefs and shoals of Varadero offer endless opportunities to explore, from shallow lagoons perfect for beginners to deeper waters for the more experienced. The ocean here is both playful and awe-inspiring, offering a connection to nature that is immediate and unforgettable. Varadero is not just about water. The beaches themselves are an attraction, with soft, fine sand stretching for miles. Early mornings are serene, with the sound of waves accompanied by the distant calls of seabirds. Sunsets are nothing short of spectacular, painting the sky in brilliant hues of orange, pink, and purple, reflecting on the calm waters and casting a warm glow over the entire coastline. Walking along the beach at sunset, the sense of tranquility is profound, and the beauty of the natural world is fully on display. Beyond the main beaches, Varadero is surrounded by ecosystems that add depth to its natural charm. Mangroves, cays, and lagoons support diverse wildlife, including flamingos, herons, and countless fish species. Guided eco-tours allow visitors to explore these areas, offering a glimpse into the delicate balance of Cuba's coastal environment. These tours highlight how the land and sea coexist, sustaining life and maintaining the natural beauty that makes Varadero so special. Even casual visitors walking along less crowded stretches of shore can witness the resilience and complexity of these ecosystems, where every bird, plant, and tidal movement contributes to a living, breathing environment. The town itself is full of charm, blending tourism with local culture. Restaurants serve freshly caught seafood, tropical fruits, and classic Cuban dishes, offering flavors as vibrant as the scenery. Cafes along the promenade invite visitors to relax with a coffee or cocktail while watching the ocean stretch to the sol. Horizon. Music flows naturally from bars and open-air spaces, filling the streets with rhythms that reflect Cuba's cultural heritage. Even in areas bustling with visitors, Varadero maintains a sense of authenticity, balancing the comforts of modern tourism with the soul of Cuban life. Varadero also offers cultural experiences beyond the beach. Local markets sell handcrafted souvenirs, art, and textiles that celebrate Cuba's traditions. Small galleries display works inspired by the Caribbean landscape and Cuban heritage, while occasional festivals and performances bring music, dance, and storytelling to the coast. These cultural elements add layers to the visitor experience, demonstrating that Varadero is not only a natural paradise, but also a space where history, art, and community converge. For those seeking adventure, the surrounding waters and terrain offer endless possibilities. Sailing along the coast provides panoramic views of the beaches and nearby islands, while kayaking and paddleboarding allow for a more intimate connection with the water. Fishing trips provide insight into local techniques and traditions, while eco-tours through mangroves and lagoons reveal the incredible biodiversity of Cuba's coastline. Every activity is an opportunity to experience the natural beauty of Varadero in a way that is immersive, interactive, and unforgettable. As night falls, Varadero transforms into a serene escape. The sky reflects off calm waters, lanterns light the promenade, and the rhythm of Cuban music continues into the evening. Couples stroll along the beach, families gather for sunset picnics, and the stars emerge in stunning clarity, revealing the vastness of the Caribbean sky. The combination of natural beauty, cultural richness, and relaxed atmosphere makes Varadero a destination that resonates long after the sun has set. Varadero is more than a beach. It is an experience of harmony between land, sea, and culture. It embodies the magic of Cuba's Caribbean coast, offering both adventure and tranquility, natural splendor and cultural depth. From the pristine sands and vibrant coral reefs to the rhythms of music and flavors of local cuisine, Varadero captures the essence of Cuba's charm and beauty. Visiting this coastal paradise is not simply a vacation, it is a chance to feel the pulse of the Caribbean, to witness nature's artistry, and to embrace the spirit of Cuba in its most luminous form. Nestled in the western part of Cuba, Viñales Valley unfolds like a painter's masterpiece, where emerald fields stretch to the horizon and limestone mountains rise dramatically from the landscape. It is a place where nature's beauty and human ingenuity coexist in perfect harmony, and every view seems carefully crafted, yet entirely natural. From the moment you enter the valley, the combination of rolling tobacco fields, towering mogotes, and colorful farmhouses overwhelms the senses, offering a glimpse into Cuba's rural life and the landscapes that have inspired generations of artists, writers, and travelers. Viñales is much more than a visual delight. It is a cultural and agricultural heartland. The valley is famous for its fertile soil and traditional tobacco cultivation, which produces some of the finest cigars in the world. Walking through the fields, you can see farmers tending to their crops with skill passed down through generations. Leaves hang to dry in open barns, and the scent of fresh tobacco fills the air, mingling with the aroma of the surrounding flora. Farming here is not just an occupation, it is a way of life, a tradition that binds the community to the land, to the rhythm of the seasons, and to centuries of knowledge about sustainable cultivation and respect for the environment. The unique geology of Viñales adds to its mystique. Towering limestone mogotes, often shrouded in mist, rise abruptly from the flat valley floor, creating dramatic contrasts of shape, shadow, and light. These karst formations are striking, both imposing and beautiful, and they give the valley a sense of otherworldly grandeur. Trails wind around these formations, leading to caves, rivers, and hidden waterfalls, each offering a new perspective on the interplay between geology and life. The mogotes are not only natural wonders but also ecological habitats, supporting a diversity of flora and fauna found nowhere else in Cuba. Caves in Viñales provide another layer of intrigue. Natural formations like Cueva del Indio and Palenque de los Cimarrones reveal both the history of the region and its geological evolution. Canoe rides through underground rivers, stalactites and stalagmites forming sculptural wonders, and inscriptions from indigenous peoples and early settlers tell stories of human interaction with this remarkable environment. The caves are simultaneously serene and awe-inspiring, offering a glimpse into the forces of nature that shaped the valley over millennia, as well as the resourcefulness of humans who have explored and revered these spaces. The valley is also a haven for biodiversity. Tropical plants, orchids, and a variety of trees cover the fields and hillsides, while birds, reptiles, and insects thrive in the varied habitats created by the combination of open fields and dense vegetation. Wildlife here is abundant yet delicate, reminding visitors of the intricate balance that sustains this ecosystem. Walking through the valley, one can witness hummingbirds hovering near flowers, small mammals darting through the undergrowth, and butterflies filling the air with fleeting splashes of color. Every step in Viñales is a lesson in ecological harmony and the quiet resilience of life in the Caribbean. The cultural life of Viñales is inseparable from its natural surroundings. The town itself is a vibrant hub of local life, with pastel-colored houses, small shops, and cafes that invite visitors to slow down and experience daily routines. Musicians often play outside homes and restaurants, filling the streets with son, bolero, and trova, rhythms that echo the valley's timeless beauty. Artists and photographers flock here to capture the interplay of light, shadow, and color across the fields and mogotes, inspired by the same landscapes that have enchanted locals for generations. The combination of music, art, and tradition imbues Viñales with a sense of timelessness that is rare in today's rapidly changing world. Horseback riding is one of the most immersive ways to experience the valley. Guided tours take visitors through tobacco fields, past rivers and waterfalls, and around the bases of the mogotes, offering perspectives that are impossible to capture from the roadside. Riders move at a relaxed pace, taking time to observe the subtle changes in vegetation, the distant peaks of limestone hills, and the daily routines of farmers and workers in the fields. Horseback travel connects visitors to the land in a way that walking or driving cannot, allowing the rhythm of the valley to be felt in every step, every turn, and every breath of fresh air. Sunsets in Viñales are nothing short of magical. As the day ends, the sky transforms into a canvas of orange, pink, and purple hues, reflecting on the fields and silhouetting the jagged peaks of the mogotes. Shadows lengthen across tobacco barns, farmhouses, and rivers, creating a sense of depth and serenity that is impossible to replicate. The valley seems to pause in this moment, allowing visitors to absorb the beauty, tranquility, and harmony of the environment. It is a reminder of the power of nature to inspire awe and the importance of preserving landscapes that have shaped both culture and identity. Viñales Valley is more than a destination. It is a living testament to the intersection of natural beauty, human ingenuity, and cultural heritage. Its fields, mountains, caves, and wildlife create a mosaic of experiences that are simultaneously peaceful, inspiring, and unforgettable. Whether wandering the town, exploring the mogotes, or observing the daily routines of farmers, visitors gain a deeper understanding of Cuba's rural soul and the profound connection between people and the land. As night falls, the valley settles into a gentle quiet, with only the sounds of nature, the rustle of leaves, the calls of nocturnal birds, and the distant flow of rivers reminding visitors that life continues in harmony with the land. Viñales Valley embodies Cuba's timeless beauty, a landscape that teaches respect for nature, appreciation for culture, and the joy of discovering a world where every detail matters, every story is alive, and every visitor leaves with a sense of wonder that lingers long after they depart. Imagine a city where music, history, and culture fuse into a vibrant rhythm that pulses through the streets, where colonial architecture meets revolutionary landmarks, and where the spirit of the people is as lively as the Caribbean sun overhead. Welcome to Santiago de Cuba, the island's cultural heartbeat, and a city unlike any other. As you step into Santiago, you are immediately enveloped by energy, an intoxicating blend of history, music, and traditions that defines not just the city itself, but much of what makes Cuban culture so distinct. Every street, plaza, and corner seems alive, offering glimpses into the city's past, present, and enduring spirit. Santiago de Cuba's streets are a living testament to centuries of history. Founded in 1515, the city served as Cuba's first capital and has long been a gateway for explorers, traders, and revolutionaries. Its colonial architecture, from pastel-colored townhouses to imposing forts, tells stories of conquest, trade, and resilience. Walking through the city, you notice the contrasts. Well-preserved facades alongside weathered walls, quiet courtyards adjacent to bustling streets, and the coexistence of tradition with the dynamic pulse of contemporary life. Santiago feels both historic and alive, where every turn reveals another layer of its complex identity. The city's plazas are central to its character. Plaza de Marte, and Parques Céspedes act as cultural hubs where locals gather, musicians perform, and festivals unfold. These squares are not simply open spaces. They are stages for the city's soul. Here, you can witness the interplay of daily life and heritage, the conversations of residents, the laughter of children, the aroma of street food, and the melodies of Afro-Cuban music drifting through the air. It is in these public spaces that Santiago's character is most evident, a city where community, culture, and history are inseparable. Santiago de Cuba is often called the cradle of Cuban music, and for good reason. Afro-Cuban rhythms dominate the city's cultural landscape, from the traditional son and rumba to more modern interpretations of salsa and timba. The influence of African heritage is everywhere in percussion-driven ensembles, the call-and-response singing of choirs, and the spontaneous street performances that can appear at any moment. Music is not just entertainment here. It is a language, a memory, and a way of life. It connects generations, tells stories of struggle and triumph, and imbues every street, square, and home with energy and vibrancy. The revolutionary history of Santiago de Cuba adds yet another layer to its identity. Landmarks, such as Castillo del Morro, perched at the entrance of Santiago Bay, tell tales of colonial defense, piracy, and strategic importance in the Caribbean. Meanwhile, monuments and museums throughout the city reflect the pivotal role Santiago played in Cuba's fight for independence and its revolutionary movements. Walking these streets, visitors sense the enduring pride of a city that has shaped the nation's destiny while maintaining its own unique identity. Santiago's cultural richness is also expressed through its festivals and traditions. Carnival, held annually in July, transforms the city into a kaleidoscope of music, dance, and color, celebrating both Afro-Cuban heritage and community life. Street parades, live performances, and elaborate costumes fill the avenues, inviting participation and creating a collective energy that is electrifying. These celebrations are more than entertainment. They are expressions of identity, resilience, and joy, preserving centuries-old customs while infusing them with contemporary creativity. Cuisine in Santiago de Cuba is another reflection of the city's vibrant culture. Local markets and restaurants serve traditional dishes infused with tropical flavors, fresh seafood, stewed meats, and an abundance of fruits and vegetables. The aromas of cooking fill the streets, mingling with the sounds of music and laughter. Dining in Santiago is not simply about taste. It is an immersive cultural experience where food becomes a way to understand the city's history, geography, and communal spirit. Every meal tells a story, connecting visitors to the land, the sea, and the people who call Santiago home. Nature is never far from Santiago's urban energy. The city is surrounded by verdant hills and mountains that provide scenic viewpoints and natural escapes. The Sierra Maestra, Cuba's highest mountain range, looms nearby, offering dramatic landscapes, hiking trails, and historical sites connected to revolutionary movements. Rivers, valleys, and forests complement the city's colonial streets, creating a balance between urban life and natural beauty. For visitors, these landscapes provide perspective, a reminder of the vastness and diversity of Cuba beyond the city itself. Walking through Santiago at night, the city transforms yet again. Music flows freely from cafes, bars, and plazas, blending with the chatter of locals and the gentle breeze from the bay. Streetlights illuminate colonial facades, casting long shadows and highlighting the textures of centuries-old architecture. Couples dance in open squares, families gather along sidewalks, and the city's Afro-Cuban rhythms fill the air, creating a multi-sensory experience that is both intimate and grand. Santiago's nights are a celebration of life itself, where history, culture, and community coexist in harmony. Santiago de Cuba is more than a city. It is an experience of Cuba's heart and soul. Its streets, plazas, and music tell stories of centuries past, while its people, festivals, and traditions keep culture alive in the present. From the echoes of colonial history to the vibrant pulse of Afro-Cuban rhythms, from revolutionary landmarks to natural beauty surrounding the city, Santiago is a place where visitors feel the spirit of Cuba in its most authentic form. It is a city that invites exploration, celebrates life, and leaves every visitor inspired, invigorated, and profoundly connected to the island's rich culture and heritage. Imagine a city where elegance meets the Caribbean Sea, where French-inspired architecture blends with Cuban charm, and where every street and square seems carefully arranged yet radiates effortless beauty. Welcome to Cienfuegos, often called the Pearl of the South, a coastal gem in southern Cuba whose history, culture, and scenery create a captivating experience for every visitor. From the moment you step into its streets, Cienfuegos enchants with a sense of order, tranquility, and vibrant life, offering a different perspective on Cuba, one that is refined, serene, and full of character. Cienfuegos was founded in 1819 by French settlers from Louisiana, and their influence is still visible in the city's urban design and architecture. The streets are laid out in a grid pattern, leading to open plazas and elegant buildings that showcase neoclassical styles rarely found elsewhere in Cuba. Walking through the city, you notice grand facades adorned with ornate ironwork, pastel colors that gleam under the tropical sun, and wide boulevards that invite leisurely exploration. Cienfuegos feels curated yet alive, a place where history and modern life intersect seamlessly. At the heart of the city lies Parque José Martí, a central plaza that serves as the social and cultural hub. Here, locals gather to socialize, musicians play under the shade of trees, and the surrounding architecture tells stories of the city's French colonial past. The Palacio de Valle, a stunning mansion perched near the bay, offers a glimpse into Cienfuegos' luxurious history, with its Gothic, Moorish, and neoclassical elements combining to create a unique visual masterpiece. Strolling around the plaza and nearby streets, one feels the city's sophistication, a sense of harmony between design, culture, and everyday life. Cienfuegos' location on the Bay of Jagua enhances its allure. The waterfront is lined with promenades, parks, and historical sites, providing stunning views of the bay and the Caribbean beyond. Boats bob gently in the harbor. Fishermen cast lines into the water, and the scent of sea breeze mingles with the aroma of street food and local cuisine. The bay has played a crucial role in the city's history, serving as a trading port, a defensive stronghold, and now as a center for tourism and leisure. A walk along the Malecón reveals why Cienfuegos is celebrated not only for its beauty, but also for its connection to the water that sustains and shapes it. The city's cultural scene is as refined as its architecture. Cienfuegos is home to theaters, museums, and cultural centers that celebrate Cuban history, art, and music. The Teatro Tomás Terry, a magnificent neoclassical theater, hosts concerts, performances, and events that reflect the city's appreciation for the arts. Art galleries display works inspired by the region's landscapes, history, and people, while local music spills into plazas and streets, blending traditional Cuban rhythms with French-influenced sensibilities. Here, culture is woven into the fabric of daily life, making every walk, conversation, or meal an immersive experience. Cienfuegos' cuisine reflects both its coastal location and cultural heritage. Fresh seafood dominates menus, with shrimp, lobster, and fish prepared with tropical flavors and traditional techniques. Street vendors offer snacks like tostones, pastelitos, and tropical fruits, while family-run restaurants serve local specialties alongside French-inspired dishes. Dining in Cienfuegos is not just about nourishment. It is a way to experience history, geography, and community, savoring both flavor and atmosphere in a city where each meal feels like a celebration of culture and life. The natural beauty surrounding Cienfuegos adds depth to its urban charm. Just outside the city, lush landscapes, rolling hills, and pristine beaches await exploration. Punta Gorda, a historic peninsula, offers panoramic views of the bay and the city, as well as elegant mansions that reflect Cienfuegos' rich past. The nearby El Nicho waterfalls in Topes de Colantes provide a refreshing escape into nature, with cascading water, turquoise pools, and shaded trails perfect for hiking and photography. This combination of urban elegance and natural splendor creates a multi-dimensional experience that appeals to both cultural enthusiasts and nature lovers alike. Music and nightlife in Cienfuegos are refined yet vibrant. Traditional Cuban rhythms like son, bolero, and trova fill plazas and cafes, while modern interpretations of salsa and jazz energize bars and performance spaces. The city's approach to nightlife is relaxed, allowing visitors to enjoy music and dance without the overwhelming crowds of larger tourist destinations. Live performances often occur in open-air squares, blending the beauty of architecture, the warmth of the community, and the joy of music into unforgettable moments that linger long after the night ends. Cienfuegos is also a city of festivals and communal celebrations. Local holidays, cultural events, and traditional performances fill the calendar, offering visitors the opportunity to witness and participate in the rhythms of city life. From parades to art exhibitions, the city's events highlight both its history and its contemporary cultural identity. These celebrations create a sense of connection, showcasing the pride and creativity of Cienfuegos' residents while providing immersive experiences for travelers seeking authenticity and engagement. As evening falls, the city transforms once again. Streetlights illuminate colonial facades, reflections glimmer on the bay, and music continues to float through plazas and streets. Couples stroll along waterfront promenades, families gather in shaded parks, and the gentle hum of life creates a serene yet lively atmosphere. Cienfuegos, with its elegance, history, and coastal charm, invites visitors to slow down, appreciate the details, and immerse themselves in a city where every street and every vista feels intentional, timeless, and unforgettable. Cienfuegos, the Pearl of the South, is more than a city, it is an experience. From its French-inspired architecture and elegant plazas to its cultural richness and stunning natural surroundings, the city captures the essence of Cuba's southern coast. Its streets, bays, and nearby landscapes tell stories of history, resilience, and artistry, offering visitors a multifaceted journey that combines beauty, culture, and connection. Cienfuegos leaves a lasting impression, a city where elegance meets vibrancy, and where every moment invites you to witness the soul of Cuba in one of its most refined forms. Step into Camagüey, a city that feels like a living maze, where winding streets, hidden plazas, and colonial architecture create an enchanting puzzle to explore. Known as the City of Tinejones for the large clay water jars scattered throughout its streets, Camagüey is a testament to history, culture, and resilience. From the moment you enter its labyrinthine streets, you are drawn into a city where each turn reveals something unexpected. A hidden courtyard, a lively plaza, or a centuries-old church, inviting visitors to slow down, observe, and discover the soul of Cuba in a way few cities allow. Camagüey was founded in 1514 and moved several times before settling in its current location, a history that explains its unique street layout. The narrow, irregular streets were intentionally designed to confuse pirates and invaders, creating a defensive maze that remains intact to this day. Walking through the city is like stepping into a living puzzle. Streets twist and curve, opening onto small plazas where locals gather, artists display their work, and music drifts from cafes and homes. This unconventional layout makes exploration an adventure, turning every turn into a potential discovery and every alleyway into a story waiting to be uncovered. At the center of Camagüey lies Plaza Mayor, the city's main square and a hub of life, history, and culture. Surrounded by colonial buildings, historic churches, and quaint cafes, the square exudes charm and sophistication. The Cathedral de la Purísima Concepción, with its baroque facade and elegant interior, dominates the plaza, offering both spiritual and architectural wonder. Musicians often perform nearby, their melodies weaving into the rhythm of daily life, while local vendors sell crafts, art, and culinary delights that reflect the region's heritage. The Plaza Mayor is not merely a tourist destination, it is a living expression of the city's identity, where history, culture, and community converge. One of Camagüey's defining features is its abundance of tinejones, large earthenware jars that were historically used to collect rainwater. Scattered throughout streets, patios, and plazas, these jars are more than functional objects. They are symbols of the city's ingenuity, heritage, and resilience. Each tinejon tells a story of survival and adaptation in a tropical climate, and their presence imbues the city with a unique character that cannot be found anywhere else in Cuba. Walking among them, one cannot help but feel a connection to the generations that shaped this city in its way of life. Camagüey is also a city of art. Galleries, studios, and public murals bring color and creativity to its streets, reflecting the lives, struggles, and dreams of its people. Local artists draw inspiration from the labyrinthine layout, colonial architecture, and vibrant community life. Art is visible everywhere, in the paintings that adorn walls, the sculptures that dot plazas, and the performances that animate the streets. Music, too, is omnipresent, from the soft strumming of guitars in hidden courtyards to the lively rhythms of sun and trova in open-air squares. This fusion of visual and auditory art creates an immersive, cultural experience, making Camagüey a destination for both the eyes and the ears. Exploring Camagüey also means delving into its history. The city played a crucial role during the Cuban Wars of Independence and later in revolutionary movements, with museums and historical landmarks narrating tales of struggle, resilience, and triumph. The Museo Provincial Ignacio Agramonte offers insights into the life of one of Cuba's most influential independence leaders, while other sites document the city's evolution from a colonial outpost to a thriving cultural center. Each street, plaza, and building carries the weight of history, allowing visitors to walk through layers of time while observing the contemporary vibrancy of daily life. Culinary experiences in Camagüey are another way to connect with its culture. Traditional Cuban dishes are served alongside regional specialties, with flavors enhanced by fresh, local ingredients. Street-side eateries, family-run restaurants, and open-air cafes offer everything from classic ropa vieja and picadillo to tropical fruits and sweet pastries. The aroma of cooking wafts through the streets, mingling with the scent of flowers, coffee, and clay from the Tina Jones, creating a multi-sensory experience that reflects both tradition and community. Mingling with the scent of flowers, coffee, and clay from the Tina Jones, creating a multi-sensory experience that reflects both tradition and community. Dining here is as much about atmosphere as it is about taste, an invitation to immerse oneself in the rhythms of local life. For those seeking adventure and perspective, Camagüey offers panoramic views from its surrounding hills and plazas. Climbing to higher vantage points provides sweeping views of the labyrinthine streets below, revealing the intricate network that defines the city's character. From above, the layout appears both chaotic and deliberate, a testament to centuries of adaptation, ingenuity, and resilience. Photography enthusiasts, painters, and travelers alike find endless inspiration in these perspectives, capturing the interplay of light, shadow, and history that defines Camagüey. Nightfall in Camagüey transforms the city into a serene, magical landscape. The labyrinthine streets, illuminated by warm streetlights, invite quiet exploration while the distant sounds of music echo through plazas and courtyards. Residents stroll along cobblestones. Cafes remain lively with conversation and laughter, and the Tina Jones glint softly under the evening glow. This rhythm of life, blending history, culture, and community, creates an atmosphere that is both intimate and timeless, a perfect conclusion to a day spent wandering one of Cuba's most enchanting cities. Camagüey, the labyrinthine heart of Cuba, is more than a destination. It is an experience of discovery, art, history, and culture. Its streets, plazas, Tina Jones, and hidden corners reveal the ingenuity of its people, the depth of its heritage, and the vibrancy of contemporary Cuban life. From the twists and turns of its alleys to the lively performances in its squares, Camagüey invites visitors to slow down, explore, and become part of a living story that has evolved over centuries. In this city, every step uncovers a new layer, every turn leads to a surprise, and every moment immerses travelers in the spirit of Cuba itself. Imagine a city where the echoes of history are felt in every street, where monuments and plazas tell stories of courage, revolution, and resilience, and where the spirit of the people shapes the soul of the city. Welcome to Santa Clara, a city in central Cuba that stands as a symbol of the nation's struggle, triumph, and cultural vibrancy. From the moment you arrive, you sense the weight of history interwoven with the energy of contemporary life, a place where the past and present coexist, inviting visitors to explore, reflect, and connect with the heart of Cuba. Santa Clara is most famous for its pivotal role in the Cuban Revolution. The city became a stage for one of the revolution's most defining moments, the Battle of Santa Clara in December 1958. Led by Che Guevara, revolutionary forces captured the city, marking a turning point that would ultimately shape the nation's destiny. Today, visitors can witness this history firsthand through monuments, museums, and memorials that honor the revolution and the heroes who fought for change. The Che Guevara Mausoleum is a central site, housing the remains of the revolutionary leader and serving as a museum, showcasing artifacts, photographs, and documents from his life and campaigns. Standing there, one cannot help but feel the intensity of history and the dedication of those who shaped Cuba's modern identity. Walking through Santa Clara, history is everywhere. Parque Vidal, the city's main square, is a vibrant hub where locals gather, musicians perform, and street vendors offer traditional foods and crafts. The surrounding architecture reflects a mix of colonial influences and 20th century design, creating a unique urban landscape that is both orderly and full of character. In the square, children play, residents chat on benches, and tourists pause to absorb the atmosphere, making it a lively intersection of life, culture, and memory. Every building, statue, and alley tells a story, reminding visitors that Santa Clara is a city shaped by events larger than itself, yet intimately connected to daily life. The city's museums deepen the connection to its revolutionary past. Beyond the Che Guevara Mausoleum, the Tren Blindado Museum, or Armored Train Museum, commemorates the capture of an armored train by revolutionary forces, a decisive moment in the Battle of Santa Clara. Visitors can explore the preserved train, see the artifacts left behind, and imagine the tension, strategy, and courage that defined the battle. These historical sites are not static. They are immersive experiences that allow travelers to step into the past, gaining perspective on the sacrifices, ambitions, and hopes of those who fought for change. Santa Clara's cultural identity extends beyond its revolutionary heritage. The city is a hub of Cuban arts, music, and traditions. Local theaters and performance spaces host concerts, plays, and dance recitals that celebrate both contemporary and classical Cuban culture. Musicians often perform in public squares, filling the air with sun, bolero, and salsa, while visual artists display their work in galleries and open-air markets. The combination of history and art creates a dynamic environment where culture is alive and accessible, allowing visitors to experience Cuba's creative spirit alongside its historical legacy. Cuisine in Santa Clara reflects both tradition and local flavor. Cafes, street vendors, and restaurants serve classic Cuban dishes such as ropa vieja, lechon asado, and fresh seafood, complemented by tropical fruits and aromatic coffee. The city's culinary scene is casual, yet vibrant, inviting residents and visitors to connect over shared meals and flavors. Dining in Santa Clara is as much about atmosphere as it is about taste, allowing one to savor not only the food but the rhythms, stories, and community life that define the city. The natural surroundings of Santa Clara provide balance to its historical and cultural intensity. Parks, tree-lined streets, and nearby rivers offer spaces for relaxation, reflection, and exploration. Walking or cycling through these areas, visitors can enjoy moments of calm amidst the vibrant urban energy, observing daily life, local flora, and subtle glimpses of the city's natural beauty. Even brief interactions with residents, conversations on park benches, or exchanges at cafes reveal a warmth and openness that adds depth to the visitor experience. Festivals and community celebrations further enrich Santa Clara's character. Throughout the year, the city hosts cultural events, musical performances, and commemorations that honor history while celebrating life. These events blend music, dance, and storytelling, providing opportunities for visitors to engage actively with the community and experience traditions that have been preserved and adapted over generations. Festivals transform streets and plazas into spaces of collective joy, creativity, and pride, highlighting the enduring spirit that defines Santa Clara. As night falls, Santa Clara's streets take on a different character. Streetlights cast warm glows on colonial facades. The distant hum of music and conversation fills the air, and the city's monuments and plazas are illuminated with soft light, creating a reflective and captivating atmosphere. Evening walks reveal quiet courtyards, cafes alive with conversation, and the subtle pulse of life that continues even after the sun sets. In these moments, visitors can feel the duality of Santa Clara, its reverence for history, and its celebration of living, culture coexisting seamlessly. Santa Clara is more than a city of history. It is a living expression of Cuba's identity. From its revolutionary landmarks and museums to its lively plazas, music, and cuisine, the city offers a multifaceted experience that combines reflection, engagement, and discovery. Visitors leave with a sense of connection to the struggles and triumphs of the past, to the cultural richness of the present, and to the people whose spirit shapes the city's character. Santa Clara reminds travelers that history is not confined to books or monuments. It is lived, felt, and celebrated in the streets, the music, and the community that continue to define this remarkable city. Imagine a city where history, music, and color collide, where classic cars glide down sun-drenched streets, and where every corner tells a story of resilience, culture, and passion. Welcome to Havana, the beating heart of Cuba, and a city that feels alive with energy from the moment you arrive. Walking through Havana is like stepping into a living museum, yet one that pulses with modern life. A place where colonial architecture, revolutionary landmarks, vibrant street art, and the rhythms of the people coexist in a seamless dance that captures the soul of the island. The streets of Havana are legendary. Old Havana, La Habana Vieja, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is a maze of cobblestone streets, colorful facades, and grand plazas. Every building seems to carry a story. Ornate balconies, weathered shutters, and pastel walls reflect centuries of history, artistic influences, and the island's tropical climate. Wandering through this area, you encounter plazas filled with music, street performers, and artisans displaying handmade crafts. The Plaza de la Catedral, Plaza Vieja, and Plaza de Armas are central gathering points where locals and visitors alike absorb the city's beauty while feeling the rhythm of daily life. Each plaza offers a unique perspective, whether historic, artistic, or social, providing endless opportunities for exploration, photography, and discovery. Havana's music is inseparable from its streets. The city is alive with the sounds of sun, salsa, rumba, and jazz, often spilling from cafes, bars, and open squares. Musicians play outside historic buildings, inviting passers-by to dance, clap, or simply listen. The rhythm seems to infuse every corner, blending past and present, tradition and spontaneity. Music is not just entertainment here. It is a form of storytelling, a reflection of history, and an essential part of Havana's identity. Every note, every beat, carries the soul of the city, making it impossible to walk its streets without feeling the energy of Cuban culture. Havana is also a city of architecture, where each neighborhood offers distinct character. From the colonial beauty of Old Havana to the wide avenues and grand buildings of Centro Havana and the elegant mansions of Varadero, the city's architectural diversity tells stories of wealth, revolution, and creativity. The Malecón, Havana's iconic seaside promenade, stretches for miles along the coast, offering stunning views of the Caribbean, dramatic sunsets, and a place where locals gather to socialize, fish, or enjoy the breeze. Here, the city meets the sea, blending natural beauty with urban life in a way that is uniquely Cuban. History is everywhere in Havana. The city bears witness to centuries of exploration, colonial rule, revolution, and cultural evolution. Castillo del Morro stands guard at the entrance of Havana Bay, a fortress with a rich history of defense and strategic importance. The Revolution Square, Plaza de la Revolución, with its monumental José Martí Memorial, reflects the political and social history that has shaped modern Cuba. Museums, historic houses, and galleries throughout the city provide insight into Havana's past, from colonial times to the revolutionary era, allowing visitors to understand the city's complex identity while appreciating its resilience and vitality. Havana's cultural life extends into art and literature. Galleries, public murals, and theaters abound, showcasing contemporary and traditional Cuban creativity. Fábrica de Arte Cubano, a converted factory turned art and cultural center, exemplifies the city's modern energy, blending music, visual arts, performance, and social gatherings under one roof. Street art adorns walls across neighborhoods, telling stories of identity, resistance, and hope. The city is a canvas where history, creativity, and everyday life intersect, offering visitors a sense of discovery at every turn. Cuban cuisine in Havana is as colorful as the streets. From street-side paladeros offering ropa vieja, to seafood fresh from the Caribbean, to tropical fruits and Cuban coffee, the city is alive with flavors. Dining in Havana is not only about taste, but also about atmosphere. Open-air restaurants and cafes allow visitors to watch street life unfold while savoring local dishes. Markets and small shops provide opportunities to experience everyday Cuban life, from the bustling energy of commerce to the warmth and hospitality of the people who call Havana home. The city's classic cars are iconic. Cruising through the streets in brightly colored 1950s automobiles is both a nostalgic and cinematic experience, a reminder of Cuba's unique relationship with history and modernity. These vehicles, polished to perfection, are as much part of Havana's identity as its plazas, music, and architecture. They provide a moving window into the city, offering perspectives that cannot be captured on foot. Gliding past colorful buildings, lively squares, and the ever-present Caribbean coastline, Havana's nightlife is unforgettable. As the sun sets, the city transforms. Bars, clubs, and open squares come alive with music and dancing. Live bands play traditional Cuban rhythms, while contemporary sounds energize the streets. Couples dance under the stars, families enjoy evening strolls, and the city radiates warmth and energy. Nighttime in Havana is an invitation to join in the rhythm of life, to celebrate culture, and to experience the city's magic in its most immersive form. Havana is a city that stays with you long after you leave. Its history, architecture, music, cuisine, and vibrant streets create a tapestry of experiences that immerse visitors in Cuban life. It is a place where the past is honored, the present is celebrated, and every moment feels alive with possibility. From the cobblestone streets of Old Havana to the iconic Malecón and beyond, Havana embodies the heart and soul of Cuba, leaving every traveler with memories of beauty, culture, and the irresistible rhythm of a city that never stops moving. Havana is not just a city, it is an experience, a journey through time, culture, and life itself. To walk its streets is to witness Cuba in its fullest expression, vibrant, resilient, artistic, and profoundly human. As Havana stretches along the northern coast of Cuba, its unique blend of history, culture, and life becomes increasingly apparent. Beyond the iconic Old Havana, the city continues to reveal layers of identity, from the bustling streets of Central Havana to the wide boulevards and elegant mansions of Varadero. Here, the rhythm of daily life mixes seamlessly with the echoes of the past, where colonial grandeur meets revolutionary history, and every building, street, and square holds a story waiting to be discovered. Central Havana, often overlooked by travelers in favor of the historic Old Havana, is a district alive with energy and authenticity. Narrow streets bustle with vendors, children play in courtyards, and neighbors greet each other warmly from balconies. Buildings show the charm of faded colors and ornate facades, reflecting a mixture of colonial influence and the wear of time. This neighborhood offers visitors a window into everyday Cuban life, a glimpse of resilience, warmth, and community that has endured decades of social and economic change. Here, life continues against a backdrop of vibrant culture, where music, conversation, and daily routines intertwine seamlessly. Varadero, in contrast, offers elegance and sophistication. Its wide streets, tree-lined avenues, and expansive squares showcase a different side of Havana. Modernist architecture, early 20th century mansions, and bustling commercial hubs characterize the district, providing a sense of both order and cosmopolitan energy. Landmarks like the Hotel Nacional de Cuba stand as symbols of Havana's historical significance and global influence. From its terraces, you can see panoramic views of the city and the coastline, blending urban sophistication with natural beauty. Varadero is a reminder that Havana is multifaceted, a city that accommodates history, art, commerce, and daily life in a single, cohesive experience. Havana's coastline is one of its most captivating features. The Malecón, a broad seaside promenade stretching for miles, is a place where locals and visitors converge to relax, socialize, and enjoy the Caribbean breeze. By day, it is a hub of activity. Children play, fishermen cast their lines, couples stroll, and street musicians perform. By sunset, the Malecón transforms into a serene spectacle of golden light reflecting off the water, illuminating the waves that crash gently against the seawall. Here, the city meets the sea, blending urban life with natural splendor in a way that is quintessentially Cuban. No discussion of Havana is complete without its music. From the soft strumming of guitars in intimate cafes to the full-bodied rhythms of salsa and sun in plazas, music permeates the air. Streets become open-air stages where local musicians perform for anyone willing to pause and listen. It is impossible to walk through Havana without encountering the infectious energy of sound. From percussion beats echoing off colonial walls to the soulful melodies of trova singers, music is both a cultural identifier and a form of storytelling, allowing visitors to feel Havana's heartbeat in every note and rhythm. Havana's revolutionary and colonial history intertwine throughout the cityscape. The Castillo del Morro guards the bay, a sentinel from the colonial era, while the Plaza de la Revolución reminds visitors of the political movements that shaped modern Cuba. Statues, memorials, and museums throughout the city preserve the stories of heroes, struggles, and social change. Visitors are not merely observing history, they are walking through it, immersed in environments that reflect centuries of events and ideologies. These landmarks provide context and understanding, allowing travelers to appreciate both Havana's resilience and its enduring cultural identity. Cuisine in Havana is as diverse as the city itself. From traditional paladeros offering ropa vieja and picadillo to seafood fresh from the Caribbean, the city provides an authentic taste of Cuban flavor. Markets overflow with tropical fruits, vegetables, and coffee, while street vendors offer quick, flavorful snacks. Dining in Havana is about more than nourishment. It is a cultural experience. Sitting in a cafe or restaurant, watching the city unfold around you, and savoring the interplay of flavor, aroma, and atmosphere provides a deep connection to the rhythms of local life. Havana's art scene is another vital layer of its cultural identity. From the historic galleries and museums in Old Havana to the experimental spaces like Fábrica de Arte Cubano, the city fosters creativity at every corner. Street murals, public sculptures, and spontaneous performances create a living gallery that is constantly evolving. The juxtaposition of classical and modern artistic expressions illustrates the city's ability to honor tradition while embracing innovation. Art is not confined to galleries. It spills into the streets, creating immersive encounters for anyone willing to explore. Classic cars remain an iconic part of Havana's character. Cruising through the streets in these colorful 1950s vehicles is not just transportation, it is an experience, a moving snapshot of history. These cars glide past pastel-colored buildings, plazas filled with life, and the expansive Malecón, creating cinematic scenes at every turn. They remind visitors of Cuba's ingenuity, nostalgia, and enduring aesthetic, adding charm and authenticity to every urban exploration. Nighttime in Havana reveals yet another facet of its vibrancy. Streetlights illuminate colonial facades, music fills plazas, and the city radiates warmth and energy. Residents gather along the Malecón, children laugh in squares, and cafes remain lively with conversation and dance. The city is alive, yet intimate. Every street and plaza tells a story. Every note of music carries a legacy, and every interaction connects visitors to the spirit of Cuba. Havana at night is a celebration of life, culture, and continuity. A city that never stops moving, always inviting exploration, reflection, and joy. Havana is more than a destination. It is an immersion into Cuban identity. Its streets, plazas, coastline, music, art, and cuisine create a tapestry of experiences that capture the city's soul. Every corner offers a lesson in resilience, creativity, and vibrancy, making it a city that stays with visitors long after they leave. Havana embodies Cuba itself, a place where history, culture, and life intersect, inviting travelers to see, hear, taste, and feel the essence of the island. Walking through Havana is a journey through time, rhythm, and beauty. From sunrise over the Malecón to the vibrant plazas of Old Havana, from the melodies that fill the streets to the aromas of its cuisine, the city is alive in every sense. Havana is a celebration of Cuba's past present, and future, a place where every visitor can witness the spirit of an island, its people, and its enduring legacy, all while being swept away by the energy, color, and vibrancy that make it unforgettable. As our journey through Cuba comes to an end, we leave not just with memories of breathtaking architecture, stunning coastlines, and lively streets, but with a deeper connection to the soul of the island. Cuba is more than a destination. It's an experience of resilience, passion, and joy. From Havana's iconic Malecón to the hidden treasures of Camagüey, from the elegance of Cienfuegos to the revolutionary spirit of Santa Clara, every place we visited has a story to tell. Carry these stories with you. Let the music and colors linger in your mind, and remember that the wonders of Cuba are endless, waiting for every traveler to discover them. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed exploring Prague as much as I enjoyed guiding you through it. If you found this travel guide helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more beautiful destinations from around the world. Got a favorite spot in Prague? Drop it in the comments, I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, safe travels, and see you in the next video.